reduce this back down. Let's see if it works.
It says excellent connection.
It says live, and it says excellent connection. All right, so we are back. There obviously will always be a latency between what we see and what people, hopefully people come back on. When they come back on, I'll tell the rest of my story. But it says we're connected, so for whatever it's worth. We lost everybody.
Yeah.
We did. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, anyway. It goes with my toothache. It goes with the life in the Philippines. You know, I looked into your previous stream never stopped. Well,
there we go.
Lucky I
your
showed
previous stream never stopped.
Well, what can I say? We started
lucky
again.
I showed up.
YouTube told us to restart, so we restarted. Sorry, guys. We'll have to get some viewers on here. So
you got 4. How much more do you need?
Yeah, right.
That'd be a good stream is just to ask them to ask questions about what they would like to hear about.
Okay. Well, we could do that.
I think that's one of the most successful.
Round 2.
If you guys have questions about anything, Philippines.
He's going to re-like the video. Thank you. All right, we're going to try this again. If you guys have any questions, please just question away because that's what we're here for, to answer
This guy really liked the video, so thanks.
Thank you very much, Dan.
See you later, Zach.
Anyway, I looked into getting, what is it, that satellite? What do they call that satellite?
Starlink.
Starlink. It's very expensive now.
Yeah, it is. It's too expensive.
It's $3,800 or $3,900. I think it's 3,800
pesos. Yeah, it was a
pesos
good deal when it first got introduced here.
Yeah, and people have it and been dropping it. People have it or dropping because it's so expensive per month for unlimited use. It's extremely expensive.
Yeah.
All
right, here you got some questions. So let's stop talking about your friggin' internet problems. Let's see.
Do you still have success?
Sending money, or are there troubles?
Well,
what does that mean? Sending money? Oh, I think he means from overseas to here. Sending money, are there problems?
I never had problems. I use Remitly. You use?
I use Zoom, but their fees went up.
Oh.
And but that's still, to me, it's okay. There was this big brouhaha about a 1% tax coming in.
Oh, really?
The big beautiful bill. And so it started off as I want to say a 5% tax.
Let me make sure I can hear you.
And then they put it down to a 1% tax. And then it was just clarified that it's not going to affect me or you or anybody else in any capacity.
Well, who is it affecting?
It's going to affect people sending cashier's checks or cash via, say, Western Union.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for it, I believe, under the administration, was to kind of penalize the immigrant population for sending money back over to Mexico or sending money wherever they're from and not spending it in the United States. However, if you use an electronic wire service such as Remitly or Zoom or any Wise, you can name them all.
There's a bunch.
No
World
effect.
Remit, there's a bunch.
No tax. No tax
right.
whatsoever.
Now, I don't have any problem with Remitly. It's literally within a minute or two money gets
Let's
transferred.
see. Do you use a virtual address in America? I do, and I highly recommend it.
And I do not.
The reason why is that if anybody sends you any mail, and the only mail you really need to worry about is Social Security, or I guess that would really be the primary thing.
Yeah.
Would be Social Security, or your pension, or your bank is sending you got some kind of mail. Or if you're ordering or reordering a new debit card or a credit card, then they can send it, and they won't send it to the Philippines.
Right.
They send it to the mail forwarding, and then the mail forwarding service will actually mail it to you here, have it shipped to you here. And it's not a cheap process. It could be $150
Yeah.
just to get a credit card. But you look at the big scheme of things. A credit card's going to be good for another 5 years.
Right.
So, okay. You
So
just
I have a
factor that
son.
into your
I have
budget.
a couple sons in the U.S. I just use one of my son's addresses, which happens to be in Las Vegas, and so is the bank that I bank with in Las Vegas. So
Yeah.
he gets
Yeah,
all
but
my
the question
mail.
was, do we use them? Not everybody's got a relative or a son or, an ex-wife or anything else that's all that well. And so I think it's that's a good question. Hi, Paul from Queens, New York. My sincere condolences to you and your family for the passing of your dad. May he rest in peace with the Lord. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, God bless.
Appreciate that.
You also lost a sister within the month.
Within 28 days.
Yeah, so that was a
Sister
loss too.
first, dad next. Children should not die before their parents.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
with the federal debt increasing so much and interest payments now higher than our defense budget, the only thing that costs more is Social Security. Do you think Social Security will get restructured? From my understanding, they could fix Social Security tomorrow if they remove the cap on it. But they're not going to do that because too many rich people would be affected, my humble opinion. Not that I want to get, that's not really political. It has to get reconstructed.
I'm going to move your camera, Paul, just for a second.
Whatever.
I'm going to keep you in, but I want to. Your
So anyway, they're going to have to refigure it within 9 years because they're going to be bankrupt in
Right.
9 years. However, that doesn't mean that they're out of business. It simply means we're going to have to take, right now, they're saying a 23% haircut on what we receive.
Well,
So-
they have a couple choices. They also can find additional ways to fund it, which would be nice. But they always are looking in and changing things, making it an older age because we're living longer. And
Well,
I
they've
can
already done
understand
that.
Yeah, well, they'll do it again. Okay, but we're living longer. I mean, people are going to live. People 50 years ago, 75 years ago, people didn't live to 75.
Right.
Okay? Now, 75 years later, people are living to 80, 90, or even 100.
Sure.
A few years from now, 100 will be the norm because of
Right.
medicine.
I agree.
Okay, so they have to restructure it, but they have to look at everything. They may need to fund it better. They may need to regulate it better as to what they're spending. They use the money for other things. So how are they investing it? What's the return? What's the guarantee?
Right.
So it's always going to be changing anyway.
What's going on, Dave asks, was told to have my Balak Bayan shipped from Wisconsin next Friday for Christmas delivery. That's about right.
Yeah,
Takes about 3-4 months for them to get here.
yeah. I have a few boxes
They are
coming
not,
to my house from guys.
Let's see. Hey, guys, have a good day from Phoenix. Thank you, Brandon. Do you think you'll be able to survive in the Philippines on a 23% cut adjusted for inflation? I could. Yeah. It wouldn't be fun, but I could do it.
Yeah, I could do it.
You're
I'm
going to get COLA
established.
raises between now and then. I don't see substantial rises in rents out here. In fact, it's getting flat.
Well,
There's
see,
a
I
lot
still
more
have.
availability. There's most people out here don't have a lot of monthly payments. They don't finance cars that much or bikes that
Right.
much. They usually save up, pay cash.
Yeah.
And it's really not how much you make, it's how much you owe. So at the end of the day, if you've got enough money to cover your rent and your food and your electric, well, that's just a basic thing, but still, it's better than nothing. And I'll tell you, it's a hell of a lot cheaper here than it would be in America to try to. It's amazing how many folks our age are becoming homeless due to inflation.
In the
out
U.S.
there in the United States. It's
Now,
remarkable.
when you first came here,
Good Lord.
we're talking 6-7 years ago,
8.
8 years ago,
Yeah.
you could live here on $800 a month.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
lived-
not going wild. You're not going out to dinner all the time. You're not going out and partying or traveling a lot. But you could live here on $800
Well,
dollars.
back when I moved here, of course, I've got a little different taste than most. Not most, but some. I lived on 1,500, but I learned a lesson quick during the frickin' pandemic. I couldn't spend $1,000
Okay.
because I couldn't go anywhere.
Couldn't go anywhere.
I couldn't eat out.
All right.
It was just, we just took motorcycle rides for entertainment, and until we got caught and turned around, and then we'd drive somewhere else till we got caught and turned around, and but restaurants weren't open.
Nothing was open, so there's nothing really to
The
do.
little mom and pop stuff.
What happened with the
stayed open.
Robinsons Mall during that time?
Shut down, bro.
They closed the Robinsons Mall.
closed.
That's a big loss.
They closed it, Daddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Somebody took a bath.
Well,
on that
what
one.
they did, that was the initial thing, and then not for the whole pandemic. After a while, they reopened it, but they had to get passes. You had to, you couldn't be over 65 and go in. There were days during the week that you were assigned that you could go, and you had to have a certain color card or something like that. I can't remember the details, but there was an indicator that said, and then they started to open up restaurants at the mall, like Sans Reval.
Okay.
But they wouldn't let me in because I was too old. So May could go in and eat, but I couldn't. So it was a real weird time.
We've missed a whole lot of people, but they say
That's
everything's
okay.
working good now. So maybe that was the best idea. Set up
Let's
stuff-
see.
stuff
Decided.
and start it.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Goldfinger. This is off topic. I've decided that I will be going to the Philippines Embassy in the United States first and have the 13A process, then get all the information apostolized. Yeah, getting your stuff apostolized before coming over here is a very good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about that. I'm still a tourist. I'm going to stay a
Skip
tourist.
tail. From what I have been hearing, is the expat migration is slowing down. Seems kind of hard to believe with the prices here in the United States. Does this seem to be the way it is? Expat migration is down. That is a question I've been struggling with, and I want to do a video about, and I need to do more research on it. And it is contrary, because you would think that as things get less and less attractive, or there's so much financial insecurity in the States right now, that people would be looking for, they would increase.
Yeah, you would think, right?
I think the Philippines may have lost a lot of its shine just due to there's been more and more negative videos being put out, some by me, trying to show the realities of life over here and the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I got to confess that back in 2017, the Philippines was the shit. This was the
Really?
place to be. I mean,
Vietnam
it
now
was
is a
so
little bit more
much
popular.
fun, and so much fun, so different than it is today. And I think people are simply exploring different options, such as, like you said, Vietnam, Malaysia.
I've been watching a few of the videos, and the guys in Vietnam that vlog saying that there's more expats coming to Vietnam in the last few months, especially from USA, that it's increasing.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could very well be.
So that's the only thing I've heard.
Yeah. Maybe South America. I don't know. Really just depends. I think the primary thing you have to look at when you're relocating anywhere is the visa, the ease of the visa. So some places are easy, some places are not. Hell, there's places in Italy that you can go in and they'll give you a house or something if you fix it up.
Yeah, I think if you have enough income and you spend enough money, they'll supply you in Europe. And
They'll give you a house, but you got to spend a lot of money fixing it up. So it's it sounds good, but you get down to crunching the numbers, it's not so good.
That's such a good deal.
But Italy would be a cool place to live, I think. I don't know.
Cult Smash asked me if I was investing in Kevin Tucker's video suggestions, which was having to do with stock options. I never did it. I'm just too busy. I have several hats I wear, so I'm busy helping kids at schools and stuff. I'm helping Carolyn with her motorcycle rental, and I'm also doing YouTube. So it's too much. I can't take it on right now because I don't have enough hours in the day to keep up with what I have. I'm just always busy. Here's a question. Investing as much as possible. Well, here, Dan says, I'm only 32, but I'm investing as much as possible to retire early in either Philippines or Vietnam. I've got no interest in staying in America any longer than I have.
I don't
then
blame
have
them,
to.
man. I mean, it's just no anti-American rhetoric here. I mean, we love our country.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. Beautiful. God, if I could go somewhere to retire, I would pick America if it was economically viable. Because look at the variety that you have, the states you could travel to. I mean, just there's nothing more. I don't think there's anywhere on the planet that's prettier than America. You've got the Rockies, you've got the desert, you've got
Right.
beautiful oceans, you've got
A lot of choices.
just so much interesting things to go and see. It's just gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah.
I would love to just slow travel America for the rest of my life.
W asked about the housing market here, and I can tell you this: prices are going up. That's a given. Okay, land is being bought up by people retiring from the USA and Canada, and they're already married to Filipinas, and they're doing a legal contract as a lease option with their Filipina wife. 50-year, whatever they could do, $1 a month, doesn't matter. So that anything they build on it, they own what they build on it. They don't own the land, but they own what they build on it, and they can come on the property and use it, okay? Which kind of protects them. It's a good idea. There are a couple lawyers that are writing those up now.
The lease option applies to a girlfriend.
Yeah,
A married couple, not necessary.
not necessarily.
No, I just had that conversation
Well, I know
yesterday.
one fella who's he's young, but he has a very big company that's being run by his manager, and he's overseeing it with Zoom or whatever. But in the meantime, he says he's going to go back and forth every 6 months or so as he needs to. But he's bought quite a bit of land. I just looked at his property 3 days ago in Dowen, and he's bought right on National Highway commercial property.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also bought with a whole bunch of Americans 6,000 metric square meters, metric meters, which is a huge piece. I looked at this property. It's huge.
Right.
So I put it into a Google, and it's about 1.5 acres, okay? And he bought that, and he spent like 7 million pesos
On the land.
on the land, but he felt it was, and now he's building. He's going to build a house for himself and a rental property on it as well. So, and he said there's only one left out of seven properties.
We're
He had to
missing some
jump
people
in.
here. Easier before a meeting with JRC, making sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. I just did a meet and greet yesterday with JRC up at La Minza, and about a dozen guys showed up, and then after that, and a couple of guys signed up with JR to have him inspect their properties, because they're having the same problems that I was butting into, trying to get clear and free title. And JR, for the record, got me free and clear title. And then yesterday he came with the big paper that we got through to the registrar and paid the taxes and all that. Here's something that will trip you out. He goes, by the way, Paul, he says, I went ahead and paid your next year's property taxes for you. And I said, no shit, man. He goes, yeah. He goes, here's the paper. You know what my property taxes are per year?
I'm afraid it must not have been that much.
40 pesos and 13 centavos.
Oh my God, that's a joke.
I said I left that more than that for a tip at the place we were at.
Yeah, I
That's
leave 50 peso tips.
it's
or 100.
agricultural property. And how much do farmers make out here? Nothing. They're poor.
Really?
I mean, they just, And so just by the classification and the whole thing, property taxes are $1.
That's
Maybe.
that's
A year.
A year.
Yeah, he was joking me. He was like, I went ahead and paid your next year's taxes for you. And I said, really? What'd you do that for, man? You don't have to do that. He goes, well, I did. He really had me going.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
He
You owe me
fishhooked-
big time.
He catfished me like you wouldn't
That's pretty
believe.
funny. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty good.
So we're all the way home and boring back to Mike selling his property. His property was very, very desirable. I think he simply bought it right. I think I bought mine right. Mine's
Right.
tripled
Wow.
in value.
Wow.
So even with the contractor scammy, I'd come out ahead if I sold it
As is.
and absorb that whole debacle and still have money to burn after the fact.
Yeah.
And her and I, when I say her, my wife, we've decided on the property, we're going to scale back our original plan to a much more simpler, less expensive concept. Yeah, because May just keeps saying, I just want something simple. I don't want this big friggin' thing.
She's gonna be
and I look at these guys out here, the expats, and God bless them. They're building their dream home, right? They're spending upwards of $300,000-$500,000 on a home out here. You talk about trying to sell a house. There, you got a challenge ahead of you. So you can't build a house like that and figure it's up for resale. One thing that Mike pointed out that I agree with 1,000%. It's a hell of a lot easier to sell a piece of land than it is to sell a house. Because the piece of land, what you're selling is
the dream. Yeah,
absolutely. What you're going to build, and that's going to be just the way you want it. Because you walk into a house, and I've got gray and white tile on the floor. The guy's like, oh, man, I don't like that gray and white tile. They can't get past the eyeball stuff. Well, that room is too small, or I wish it had this, or that should have been over there. Because that's how I am. I walk in, I go, what the hell do they do it that way for?
Right.
I'm all critical of it. And so, not out loud, but
I want a master bedroom, a master bathroom, or my master bedroom with a walk-in closet. And sometimes they just don't do that.
Why did you go cheap on that, man? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?
Instead of putting in
you
an
have to
extra
keep
bedroom.
it to yourself, of course, when you're saying those things. Meanwhile, you're telling the guy, well, this is beautiful.
I love this house. I will buy this house if it comes up for sale.
Yeah, well, that's the bottom line. What you love.
The guy that built this one, he was a Filipino, but he did not build it like a typical Filipino.
Yeah, that's
house.
Good. That's awesome.
I love this house. I'd love to buy it.
What else we got here?
Oh, I have a lot.
True, Paul. It's changed a lot here post-COVID. I know it has. Everything has changed post-COVID. Philippines changed post-COVID. I got an inspiration from a guy I met yesterday at this little meet and greet, and boy, oh boy, he asked me a poignant question, and I said, that is something I need to address, because he actually put me back on my heels. I said, I never thought of that, but that's going to be, I think, a good video, at least for me, please me.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
I don't know
popular.
if you follow precious metals, because I follow it because that was my life. No. It's way up.
Well, you would. You were a jeweler.
I was a jeweler and a refiner.
Well, this dude that I followed 6 months ago, he said, buy gold and buy silver right now. He goes, I just increased my position in silver.
Yeah.
Silver.
Silver.
And he was right.
Fine silver.
I've never bought anything like that.
Canadian maples.
I'm confused by it. Like, what do you buy? Physical gold, physical silver? Do you park it somewhere?
Well, you buy physical, you buy it pure, and you buy 1 ounce or smaller, because you need to, when it goes up, you need to be able to sell smaller. If you buy 100-ounce bar,
but where do I put $100,000 worth of silver?
Safety deposit box.
Jesus.
Or you rent a secured storage.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
So I've got 3 pieces. I've got like 10 gold.
You don't bring
coins.
it here. You don't bring it here.
I've got them, but I'll show them to you sometime.
All right, yeah.
But
I have a bunch saved back from when I was a gold refiner.
Yeah.
I never sold my silver. We recovered silver. I made pure silver, and then I would trade the pure silver to someone and take back either American Eagles or preferred Canadian maple leaves in 999 fine, and they call them monster boxes. So they have like 500 coins in a box. And kept them sealed. You want to keep them sealed.
Yeah.
And that's what I put away.
Let's see this. America's passport applications are up 400% the first 3 months of this year, and second passports are up as well. I believe that. Hold on a second.
I'm sorry.
We're going up. We're missing some people.
Well, I know, but
you
went
Skip,
down.
I'm a foodie. Love my food everywhere. I hear, again, just hearing, is that Thai food is the best, much better than Philippines, even Vietnam. It's been said the food is better. I would agree.
Yeah.
The food is better in Thailand, and the food is better in Vietnam.
Definitely.
Than here.
The economic infrastructure is best in Thailand.
What?
The economic the I don't know what you call it. What would you call it? The structures, the buildings, the power, the streets.
Oh, you were talking about the infrastructure.
Infrastructure. So the infrastructure in Thailand is
far
the best
superior
of almost all Asia.
Far superior.
Far superior.
So they're a first world country.
And it isn't that much more money to live there. The problem with
I would
Thailand
disagree with that.
it's a little bit more. It's
I
not
would
that
disagree
much.
with that, my friend.
You don't have to live in Bangkok, okay?
No. But I have friends in Phuket, 3 of them right now, all consecutively living there.
Yeah.
And they have said this: the prices have gone over the top.
Oh, they really? Oh, well, I'm talking a couple years back, so that could be.
We're talking today.
Yeah.
Who cares what happened 3 years ago?
I only know.
You know? Yeah.
But
back
the infrastructure
in the day,
is incredible.
it was back when I was living there.
Yeah.
It was on par, if not cheaper than here.
Yeah.
And you got all the binnies. You know, you got all the food options and all the infrastructure and the well-patrolled flood control. And that all still exists. But according to them, food prices, especially foreigner-based food, you know, bars and stuff like that, and the go-go bars.
Right.
All the beers have gone up in price.
Oh, really? Well, then it's losing its appeal. I
It
will
is.
say this: the biggest problem with Thailand is their visa.
If you don't have money,
They don't want
that can run you into a problem.
Oh, they only want people with money. If you have enough money, you could buy yourself 5 and 10 year.
Well, Thailand even would have been a good vacation option, but I think with the prices going up, even that's down.
Yeah.
I understand that travel is down just because of those
Yeah.
factors.
All right,
And
I'm going to move it
anyway.
down a little bit so we cover the
Problem with Thailand and Vietnam is the language barrier. Not sure if it can be overcome for living full time. An excellent point.
Yes.
The language for me in Vietnam just was none.
And I'm told by people that visit.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And Thailand was cool if you were in the tourist areas. People could speak conversational English to some degree. But boy, the tone of their voice makes some of the words get stretched out so weird
Well, they
that
have
it's hard to
different
understand.
meanings based on tone.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The
I'm just
same-
saying
the
that
same-
when they say something to you, the way they pronounce the word, it goes, way up. Hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
There's an old video out that's really funny. This Thai girl is interviewing this guy. She's a reporter. And she goes, why you smile? And he goes, what? Why you smile? And me and my old girlfriend used to watch this video over and over and over again because it was just hysterical. Why you smile? Why you smile? And it must have been 17 times that she asked him. And he goes, oh, smile? Yeah! It was just...
That's what I
That's what you run into. Why you smile? It's... to me, with all the good stuff that they have over there, visa or no visa, I still think Philippines makes a better base camp. Just for the visa reasons and the English. And that's so appealing to me. And there are negatives here. I mean, believe me, there's what did Gio call it? He left and he said it was death by 1,000 cuts. It was never one big thing. It was all these little things,
tiny little
as
things.
you went out during your day trying to get shit done.
I don't know how
So,
he's doing, though. He's now in Thailand.
Yeah, we'll see how
We'll
he
see
goes.
what happens.
He went on his first date.
Here's a question for you. Lord P has a question for
Let's
you.
see. Hey, Paul, is the land you were purchasing leased? It is owned, my friend. It is paid for, done, signed, sealed, delivered, and it is owned. I don't like the idea of leasing land. They changed it now from we can lease land for 50 years, and they moved it up to 99 years.
Okay.
So that's a step in the right direction, but still, I like the idea of ownership for my wife. And I'll say it before everybody else does. Foreigners can't own land in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
pretty
that's their
much
favorite
true.
comment because it's true.
Skiptail has a
But-
question, which is pretty
Yeah.
good. About property. How they do infrastructure repairs here with property taxes so low? What is the income tax or sales tax? Well, I don't think there is a sales tax, is there?
Yeah, sales tax.
Oh, it's a VAT.
It's a VAT. Yeah,
It's a VAT.
It's included. The reason I can't really say out loud, they don't use property taxes for room. It's a great question. Back home, that's what that's dedicated towards. But out here, they have tons of taxes, sin taxes, liquor and gasoline has been bumped up.
I
Prices have been increased.
have a different view.
Okay.
That view is they don't do a whole lot of infrastructure repairs here because they don't have the money to do it.
Oh, they have the money.
Well, they don't do it.
Right.
I mean,
I'm not going to say
there's a
why
lot of
because it
disrepair.
could get me in trouble.
Well, I'm sorry.
But they've got lots of money
Well, they may
to
have lots
do.
of money,
They have
but
billions of pesos to correct the flooding issue in Manila. I don't know if you followed that story.
I know we had a
Oh
big
yeah, well
problem right
it
here.
went to Lamborghinis. So I said it. Any money? Why is it that the money that was allocated to here in Dumaguete, what am I trying to say? Or Negros Oriental. Okay, so this island is split into two parts.
Right.
You've got Oriental and was it Occidental?
Occidental.
And Occidental and Oriental were both given a bunch of money 4 or 5 years ago to modernize the landfills.
Okay.
Okay. Up in, I think, Bacolod, they got a state-of-the-art landfill.
Okay.
Our dump is still our dump.
The dump's a dump. Huh?
So where'd the money go? It was allocated. I think the people out there are smart enough to figure out what happens to
Well,
the
I
money.
will say this: the infrastructure here very rarely gets taken care of. You'll have telephone poles and sidewalks. You have unleveled sidewalks. You have driveways that are ridiculous. You can't go up or down it. Sometimes not even in
It'll
a car.
never change.
And the roads are bad. The electrical is a joke. Every time they have spaghetti. Every pole has spaghetti on it. Okay,
They got it in Thailand too. Believe it or not. I saw that a lot.
they're not spending it on. They're not spending it on this community, not in this town anyway. Not in Dumaguete.
No.
Okay, so
It is what it is.
and then whenever they do something, they seem to never
But
finish it.
the question was good. Why don't?
Yeah.
How can they pay for anything without any property tax? Because the funds come from other places. Is
Yeah.
the short answer.
All right, La Menza is super nice. Italian restaurant, yes.
Oh wait a minute. La Menza is super nice. It sure is. It was. I picked that place because of the parking, and just the outdoor deal. It was perfect for a little meet and greet. I took a girl there from a Tinder date when I was there in February. She brought her friend.
Yeah.
That was a culture
She could have brought her
shock.
family. You're
I
lucky.
later realized was pretty common.
She could have brought
Yeah.
several friends, so you're lucky.
Hi, Paul. Your eyes look great. Thank you so much. And sorry about your dad. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. A lot has been written here about Americans moving to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Several reasons: tax advantages, Medicare is accepted everywhere, and you have a Walmart, Costco, and the U.S. Postal Service. Well, that's definitely worth a look.
Yeah, I didn't
know?
know about that. I'm going to look into Puerto Rico. I've
When are you
been
going to
there.
leave? Take your
Well,
little YouTube
no,
studio
because
and go?
I have roots here now, but I want to look at it and find out for my viewers and,
Yeah.
and report.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do we have? Okay, so we got right here,
Oh,
Boss
this
Man.
guy says his young lady, she brought her friend for the first two and her sister on the third.
Yeah.
Everybody likes a free meal.
Well, I at one time had.
I'd love them,
I before Carolyn, let me make this very clear.
Yeah.
I found a couple girls on Rizal Boulevard when I was walking, and I didn't know what to do. We're walking. I says, "Well, I haven't had
I remember
dinner.
that time.
Okay, would you like to come over to?"
Didn't you end up with like 6 at
no,
the
like
table?
20.
20.
Freaking 20 girls.
Yeah.
Okay, they kept calling their friends in.
Yeah.
Well, before I know it, everybody's ordering food, and the bill's being presented to me, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
so I don't know, 3,000 to 5,000 pesos later, I bought everybody food, and they all disappeared.
Yeah, well, you're not exactly finding a quality woman walking
No,
up and down
no.
Rizal Boulevard.
That
pal.
wasn't what I was there for anyway. So, he's according to Wanderlust in Asia.
That's a good part here. If you like Thai food, you can still live cheap in Phuket, but not in Patong. That's a very good point because that's where those 3 yo-yos are.
And
they're all in
Geelong is
Patong.
cheaper. Oh.
So probably outside the areas, right?
Well, there's tourist areas, and the tourist areas are more expensive.
Yeah, he makes a good point.
So how long can a person live happily in a country like Thailand and Vietnam Where few people speak your language, street signs.
Street
etc.
signs is a very good point. Vietnam,
well,
man,
Paul,
I could not navigate Vietnam.
I'm
in
going
the
there
airport.
in January. I'll find out.
Cool. Well, let me know how you
But
like the
I
airport.
already been told nobody speaks English.
And the signs are all in.
They told me to stay in District 1. I'm going to Ho Chi Minh, Saigon City. They said
Best
stay.
point.
They said stay in District 1, which is downtown, which I found a great hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be expensive. It was not expensive at all. It was very cheap. I found a flight that was even ridiculous round trip, $170, I think, round trip from here, and they said that downtown area they do speak some English in the restaurants or the stores. I'll have a better chance.
Maybe it's Saigon. I didn't give Saigon a chance.
Yeah,
I
they
went
said
right
Saigon,
to
you have a better chance. So I'm just staying in Saigon. I'm just doing it for a visa run. I have to leave the country after 3 years here. Basic Thai is easy to learn for ordering food and everyday stuff, according to Wanderlust.
I agree.
And I moved to the Philippines 15
Swadee
years
Cup.
ago from Phuket, and happy I did. Oh, that's good. I gotta move.
Oh, he moved from Phuket to
I'm not
Philippines.
sure. I see. I think he did. I
Nice.
think he did. But I met somebody, and I had him on my channel just recently, and he is living in Thailand, and he came over here because he couldn't find a long-term relationship woman that he would marry.
Right.
Okay,
Very
they're
common.
They're monthly relationships,
Right.
month to month. And he thought he could find somebody here. But after being here for a few weeks, he goes, he's not liking Dumaguete. So I
Right.
said to him, you need to try, he rented a bike for me. I said, so you need to try to go to Cebu or another city, maybe Iloilo or what's the other ones? I can't think of it.
Look all it.
Just go to a few different cities and you might
Angeles.
find it. Yeah. Well, Angeles, no. Angeles he's not looking for lust. He's looking for relationship women. And I says, well, and he didn't like he definitely did like the infrastructure or the food choice. And I go, yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have it here.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, you don't have it here. Davao might be better. But
Bahol?
Davao. When you fly back into Philippines with your wife, you get a year visa. I just
Yeah, that's a
back as well.
Balikbayan visa.
Balikbayan.
So you don't have to apply for the 13A until you get a freebie year.
Here's for you, Paul.
Hey, Paul, a little off topic, but we just got back from a Canadian fishing trip. Wow. The walleyes bite was on fire. Wow. I am so jealous. I
we
want to go
taxed on our Social
fishing
Security
so
income?
bad. My God. Are you guys taxed on your Social Security income? No. There's a state income tax, believe it or not, in certain states. I think there's 13 states, Nevada being one of them, that does not charge state income tax on Social Security, but other states do.
All right.
But I think that's changing. I think that's in the big, beautiful bill, no more tax on Social Security. So I don't know if I understand that completely.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Ed Weir is a good
Person to follow?
Good person to follow about all that.
In the States?
Yeah, he used to run like the third largest Social Security office. He's a PhD. He knows anything and everything about Social Security.
McNillo says his girlfriend's house in Manila's been flooded 3 times in 3 years. Well,
yeah,
they
and
get the
it's going to
storms through there.
continue to flood
Yeah.
because they refuse to spend the money allocated to fix the friggin' problem.
yeah.
Let's see, guys in the Philippines, they understand the rent-to-own or lease-to-own process. I'm not sure about that. I'm sure they've got some of these
It's not available here too much.
Filipino subdivisions, if you will.
You got a friend on your lap, huh?
I know. It's my buddy Einstein.
Yeah, your buddy. Yeah. Electrical is a joke in Puerto Rico. Yeah,
Oh, is it?
that's what he says. Milton says that's what he's saying. What do you think about Subic Bay rebuild? It's not so much closer to war as it is. They're going to rebuild Subic Bay for the U.S. Coming back.
Yeah.
That'll build the area up. It'll increase income. It helps keep us closer to the Philippines between the U.S. and
U.S. needs the Philippines strategically.
and Philippines the Philippines just needs money, so they'll either get it from China or the U.S. But naturally, they both compete, And
But if the America's here or the military's here, they will build. They will do it. They're not going to give it to the Philippines and say, hey, get it handled. No. They know better. They'll bring their own contractors over. And
China kind of screwed themselves with the fishing boats. What's going on in with their fishing boats in Philippines and all of Asia? They've been very aggressive, destroying reefs,
I didn't know that.
ramming boats.
I knew they were messing with the fishermen.
Yeah, and so there's not and they also came in here not too long ago. Last year, we had a lot of Chinese coming in and doing a lot of things that the Philippines are very unappreciative of, and several 100,000 Chinese were removed from the Philippines. You remember that?
220,000.
Yeah, 220,000. Yeah.
Bogo.
So they're not real thrilled with foreigners here. I'll be honest. We have to watch our P's and Q's here, but they do accept America better than they are China. So let's put it that way. We go down.
I like it when they ask questions.
It is great for tax-free enterprises.
Puerto Rico is more expensive than the United States, probably.
Yeah. Hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button.
Likes are free this week.
Okay, here's one from me, and then I want to tell you about my dental. It's interesting. I'll just go quick to it. Goldfinger, I'm going to Duma in 2 weeks. Time for a visit. If you want to have a chat, sure. I'm up for it. I've been an expat in Southeast Asia for 37 years. He's an Aussie. Let me know where you, where have you been? Were you in Vietnam, I think? Anyway, yeah, do hit me up on my email address. And anyway, here's for you, Paul.
Okay.
Question. I don't know too much about 13As. When you applied for 13A, Paul, when you on a ballot?
I was on a tourist.
On a tourist.
I never did May and I never flew out of the country.
All right.
So I just did the tourist. And JRC made it so simple it was silly.
Rent to own sounds good till the last month, and the owner says get out. That's true too, and it does happen here. I know from experience. Unfortunately, they can throw you out at any point, and you don't have any rights. Basilan women are very beautiful. Yes, they are, with great values. Davao is very Bisaya. What does it mean by a Bisaya city?
That's what the
Language?
English they speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Goldfinger, you're a legend. Why don't you read that 5 or 6 times? Wait a minute, I skipped one. Oh, wait, no, I already read that. Oh, wait, I skipped one. Oh, no, I already read that. I'm a legend. I'm a legend.
I'm going to pin this one.
Yeah, that's the one
I'm pinning this one. Okay.
Take a picture of that.
I'm pinning it. Oh, here we go. Your message has been pinned.
Goldfinger's going to send you money.
We're going to pump you up. Remember those two guys laughing?
Hans and Franz.
We're going to pump you up.
No, that was Saturday Night Live.
Was it Saturday Night Live?
Hans and Franz.
Oh, okay. Hans and Franz.
We're going to pump
Remember those guys? They were great.
Yeah.
We're going to pump you up. These muscle building guys.
I had 2 neighbors that I called Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
It was a man and a woman, and the woman looked more like a man than he did.
Oh, really? She's doing too much
it was brutal,
weightlifting.
Man. This chick,
she had muscles bigger than him. Huh?
Steroids coming out of.
Oh yeah,
steroids. Oh yeah. And they both died. They both died of steroid use.
Do people cut in front of you while you're in line?
All the time.
Yes, they do.
Yes, it's a definite
in fact,
yes.
It just happened yesterday. And I was like, and Nick was with me. Nick goes, "Where did she come from? She just scooted in front of us, and we're
I know. They're like ninjas."
But I don't say anything because it was a woman, and again, she was Filipino.
Yeah.
If it was a foreigner, I might have said something, but she was you don't say anything. You're second rate here, guys. So just keep that in mind. The reason why Anton says the reason why I'm in the Philippines is because I saw Paul's interview on Thai Channel 3 to 4 years ago. Very good.
What was that?
Well, Anton came here because of you, so anything goes wrong, he could blame you, not me.
Yeah, I always qualify that with how do you like it?
So Robert's asked me to please interview more Filipinos. Well, here's the deal with Filipinos. I made some rules because we had a couple 19-year-olds, and I had one I had to take down because I got threatened with a lawsuit for even though she signed. Yes, I did.
By who?
Well, I'm not going to say who.
But one of your guests.
I had a girl come on. She asked to come on. I think she was 19, and she signed the release form. And I made it I was very clear to her that this is not a sex channel, okay? This is before we went on. And I says,
Today it is.
No, this is not. I says, it's not a
You
dating
guys get
channel,
ready
it's not
for
a
some
sex
big
show.
action here
I
in a
says, we
minute
just want
with
to know
me
a
and
little bit more
Goldfinger.
about your life and what you want. And she was going to school, and she was very sweet, and I was very nice, very polite. I had it up for one day, I think for members only, but I can't remember now because I took it down. A relative saw it in America, okay?
Oh,
Okay, and
that'll do it.
And I found somebody to help her through school. She was having trouble financing the school, so she was working full time.
So you found a sponsor.
I
Okay.
found a sponsor. Now he was married, happily married, in Houston, Texas.
So no agenda.
No, okay.
Just wanted to help.
He wanted help, and I'm going to put them together. In the meantime, in the middle of the night after I posted, I got a text from somebody here in the Philippines. He says, "I'm dating her mother." I'm not going to use the names. I'm dating a G's mother, and I just want to let you know that they're looking that unless you take it down, literally, unless you take it down, it was a threat. He says, unless you take it down, we're going to take you to court. Okay, because you're they said I was, what do they call it when you're using somebody? I can't exploiting young girls. Okay. And I made it very clear that that's not the case, okay? If you watch the video, I'm asking for people to help her with their schooling expenses, and there's nothing implied, okay? And I've said, she's not looking to date you. This is right on the video. She's not looking to date you. She's not looking for a boyfriend. She's looking for someone to help her, okay? So I says, you need to watch the video first. I says, but you know what? He started going back and forth. I says, it's fine. I'll take it down. But the next day, I had somebody contact me. From Houston, a married couple, and said they'll help pay for her. And so I let them know, I'm sorry I took it down, but I just want you to know we had somebody who was going to pay for all of her schooling for the next 3 years. She had 3 years ago, and she had to drop out. Big mistake. I just said big mistake. Okay?
Well, let's make good on our promise that this is going to be a sex show between you and me.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I made some rules. First of all, you have to be 25. Okay? The girls have to be 25, so I started with that. I want to preview the girls before they come on, okay? And then, so I kind of backed off on it because a lot of people are saying that the channel's going the wrong way, and I didn't want it to look like that. I was just trying to get people to help other people, but because they're so young and because of the aggressive responses by foreigners in other countries, they were the ones that were trying to exploit the girls, not me. Their comments, okay?
Well, you know, they just take it down and move on with your life.
Yeah.
Too bad. So sad.
So it probably won't be as many. I'm sorry, Robert. And I thought this guy is different. Well, thank you. But I don't know if that's good or bad. Got your SR, Joe got his SRV.
I know he did.
Thanks to JRC.
JR told me that yesterday when we were at my property. So congratulations to Adobo Joe.
Yeah.
I meant to send our video, Joe, that we did together to JRC, and I forgot.
I did see, I was just telling you the other day, Scotty Boy interviewed Mark Thornton's
I saw
widow,
that, yeah.
And I thought he did an excellent job.
He did.
I actually
You could learn
said
from
something. I mean, he's come a long ways, but he's doing very well on his videos. He's not interviewing in a way that would be a sex.
No, that's the exact way that I would have interviewed her.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job.
You ask a question, you shut up,
and
you
she
let
is
him
doing
talk.
very well.
And he was very respectful and very polite. And that's the way I think you interview a Filipina. Yeah. And I'm glad to see that Jen's getting back into the game.
Yeah, she's getting.
I think my theory on that is, you know, she probably looked at, my guess, is when you have a channel of that size, you're going to get residual income from old videos, whether you want them to or not. And so I can't give you a number, but let's just say he was making, let's just say she's getting $500 a month.
At least.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, whatever. The numbers
But that's irrelevant. A lot of money here.
But let's just say she's getting $500. And if she doesn't do a video a month, after 6 months, she'll lose the monetization.
Oh, okay.
So even when the day comes when I wind it down on YouTube, I will still do a 10-minute video once a month just to not lose out on that money that you've built up. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
so
totally
I
get
think
it.
that's probably 50% of her motivation was that she started to see it when Mark passed. She was still getting more than $500 if we're using that as an example, and now it's gone down to $500. And she's thinking, hey, I don't want that to keep going to 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Or off.
Or 6 months
moved.
off
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. But I agree with you. He did a really good job.
He
was
did an
very
excellent
polite.
job. I was
very,
impressed.
very.
And I met him at the mall, and he surprised me. He's very good looking and tall. I didn't realize how tall he was.
Yeah, he's very tall.
He's very tall, and he's very good looking. He's very young. And he's a very nice person too.
I busted in on his live
Genuinely
stream the other day at Bo's Coffee.
Yeah.
He was going live,
And
and I looked at my finger, and I tried to put it in his ear, and
He's come over to me and said hello. So he's a really nice guy.
yeah.
So
But he is a dedicated loner.
yeah.
I don't think he will ever settle down. I think he's going to remain single, which is to his privilege. And he is a very interesting guy in that he does not like to have like best friends or male best friends.
No, he's a loner.
Him and I, when I first met him, we would sit down and talk and go over stuff. We each had each other on each other's channels. This is a couple of years ago. And this trip in here, he's very kind of aloof and just doesn't want to mingle, and that's just fine. I get it.
He's single and he's not interested in
Well,
mingle.
I mean, just having a bullshit session with me or anybody else. He likes to be alone. He likes his own space,
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
I respect that.
I invited him to the channel, but I don't think he really knew me too well, and he denied it. He may come on one day, but Wanderlust
think
wants
so.
to know if I can remember a nice place to stay. So here it comes, Paul.
What's that?
It's in the free ebook that you can get. If you
Okay,
look at
I'll
any of my
take a
videos.
break right now. I'll be back. You go on about the ebook. I'll be back.
Well, when you get back, so I'm going to tell you guys while he's on a break. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit, but I'll. If you look at any of the videos, they have ebook information in the description or in any of the videos. Okay, and you get a free ebook. It has restaurants and hotels in there. Now I'm going to go on to a different thing. So I did go to the dentist. The dentist they took 2 X-rays and examined my teeth. And then, as long as I was there, I said, go ahead and give a cleaning. Now, I wasn't sure how much it was going to cost. So when I went to go pay, it was 1,000 pesos, which is $17.50 for the teeth cleaning. And they did she showed me pictures before and after with a little camera that goes inside your mouth. It looked like a pen. And then she showed me the cavities and the x-rays and said if I need copies. And she had recommended that I just take a antibiotic and try and save the tooth because the tooth didn't need root canal and didn't want me to extract the teeth because she says you use the molars to chew the food. And she said the tooth looks healthy. It's just that you may have an infection that's bothering you. So I said, okay, we'll do that. And she says, see what happens. Go on a week or 2 week antibiotics. The whole cost for her x-rays and her diagnosis and everything, including it was 1,000 pesos, $17 for the teeth cleaning and 500 pesos for the time I spent in her chair taking x-rays, 3 of them, showing me immediately what it looked like and giving me options and giving me a prescription. 500 pesos being, I don't know, $8, $9. It's pretty cheap. Pretty damn cheap. That's all I can tell you. So if you need dental work, anybody comes over here, I'll be recommending her. She's in she's the only dentist in Robinson's. It's a team of 3 doctors upstairs, and she's very busy too. So, but I just did a walk-in. I didn't even make an appointment. I just walked in. I did have to wait an hour. They had several people ahead of me, but I just walked in, and I waited an hour. And they took me. They did excellent jobs. I just wanted to let everybody know she was excellent. Let's see. I want to go back. I missed a few. Okay. I have not been to a coffee shop called But First Coffee. I haven't seen it on Facebook. I don't know where it is. But it says it's in Dumaguete, according to Rick Acker. I used to know a Rick Acker in high school. No, in junior high. Lawrence Junior High. I wonder if it's Rick Acker from Lawrence Junior High in California. I'm going back to work, guys. Unfortunately, I'm not a millionaire. Okay, well, thank you for spending some time with us. So anyway, I covered the places to stay. You can get the ebook. Uh, yeah, it's not a Girls Gone Wild show. The Goldfinger bit, it was not trying to go there. I'm actually want to interview some ladyboys, okay, transsexuals. I'm looking forward to that. And I've asked several people to have over 25-year-old transsexuals. I'll be very respectful to them and ask them what they like and don't like and what made them, decide, or choose, or how are they affected here by other people. But there are more in Thailand than there are in the Philippines. There's quite a few in the Philippines. Anyway, they got sick more often there. One guy says, okay, so W says, my friends, whether in Cebu or Dumaguete, say they get sick more often there. One guy says it's because you eat out more and the restaurants steam vegetables and rinse chicken in tap water. Actually, that's not the case. Everybody that comes here to the Philippines in the first month will get sick. If they haven't been here.
The ebook?
Yeah, we're off.
Okay.
Oh, the ebook. Let's talk some more about the ebook because Paul's coming back. So just about everybody I've ever met come here and they get a chest condition, and it doesn't really matter. So if you go into Cebu or Dumaguete or whatever in the first month, you're going to get sick. It has to do something with the spores in the air and that the bacteria they have here we're not used to. It may be in the water, it may be in the food, but everybody gets sick. Do you find that also, Paul?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Okay.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I found. Everybody.
Everyone.
But if you've been here
And it lasts for a month.
Yeah, but if you've been here for 3 months, that doesn't happen anymore. 2 or 3 months.
I don't know what you said, but I think it's just because of the strange pollens in the air, like banana trees. How many banana trees you got
Spores
growing
in
in
the
your
air?
backyard? Lanzoni trees.
It could be anything.
This tree, that tree, mangoes.
It could be the way they
the
wash
weeds,
food. It could be a lot of things.
Everything.
But you do get sick with it.
And I really think it's more of an allergic kind of thing.
And some people get more sick than others. Some
Right.
just a few days, but some are weeks.
Yeah.
And they have chest
Oh,
conditions.
I mean, a month for me.
Yeah.
And a month for other guys.
I
don't know.
I had a problem. So
Big time.
And everybody I know has one.
The air is not as clean as it is in America. America's got fairly clean air because of all the pollution controls they set up. So here they don't have any friggin' pollution controls.
Guest hotel in Cebu. Well, the Quest Hotel in Cebu is number one, and it's also right next to the Ayala Mall. So, yeah. Oh, I moved too much. See what happens when I do that. Let's see. Where was the Quest?
Did you recommend a place in Valencia to stay?
There is a couple in the ebook. So
No, but did you answer?
no.
directly?
If you have some places, I'm going to go use the CR. I'll
Okay.
let you read these. I'll move it all the way down.
Well, put it back up to where it was.
Well, we hit the Quest Hotel.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to
Prices?
move it.
Okay.
I'm going to move it right to
right.
there.
Okay.
Okay? I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Okay. As prices go up in the Philippines, you think it's too late to live in the Philippines when you only have Social Security. I do not. Prices bounced, and the biggest impact on your budget will primarily be food as number one. And number two, right behind that, will be your rent. And rents had shot up for quite a while, not quite a while, about a year. And now they're coming back down. So I still think it's supply and demand. We talked earlier on the stream about our more expats or less expats moving to the Philippines, and that's something I really want to look into. I know there's a lot less Chinese and Koreans coming here, and they count in. But as far as Americans, that's something I really want to research and eventually do a video about. But I need to do a lot more research. So to answer your question, I think that it's still affordable here, and it's getting more affordable. There's things you can't control on just general inflation, food, gas, etc. But rent being such a big number out of your budget, like it is back home, I think that's stabilizing and actually starting to take a downturn. Okay, good dentist in Robinson's Dumaguete. Yeah, that's where Goldfinger went. I used to go to her, but then I found a better dentist right across the street from Immigration, who I like a lot more. Goldfinger, you should get in touch with Joe Go Wonder. He wants to start a podcast too soon, and his YouTube is blowing up in popularity. It could be a good
active
networking thing for both of us. He's endowing.
Yes.
So there you go. You got to
I've
find
already
this
sent
guy.
him a message, but he never got back to me.
Does he have he has a channel, and he's doing a good job?
Yeah, he's very good. He's very active. And I saw him at the mall while I was walking, but he was already on a video walking out the door, and he walks fast. I don't walk that fast.
Right.
I was going to call out to him, but he was doing a video, so I didn't want to interrupt his video.
Yeah, those are very popular videos, these guys. They're getting out and about.
Yeah, going out and about.
And it's harder and harder for me to do that.
Yeah.
So
I didn't catch up with him, but I saw him.
I did same last year. She's from Siquijor. I'm her ATM. Yeah. Have either one of you heard from expat John and his twins? I have. Goldfinger bumped into him at the mall.
I did, but that was actually at Hypermart.
Oh.
He was very happy. He said everything's fine.
Yeah.
He's not with his wife. The kids, the twins, cute as a button.
Right.
And they went and played in the Hypermart, and he watched over them. And I didn't want to interrupt his time. He seemed like he's had enough.
He is a truly lone wolf. He's more Filipino than he is American. He actually embraces the culture here. He likes to get involved. He eats their food. He has a nice apartment. He's no longer with the girl. They're separated.
No.
And that's that. He invited me to coffee 6 months ago, and we chit-chatted for a while. And I never brought up the fact, would you like to come back on the channel? As much as I'd love to have him back on to kind of do a reunion or a recap or whatever, I know better than to ask him, because he took a lot of shit from the original video.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about it.
He was beat up about that.
He didn't want to come back on, that he eventually did, but he doesn't want to be interviewed anymore.
No,
I got that.
I don't
feeling
blame him. And
I said, I'm not interviewing. I'm not asking.
That's
you.
why
I just want to see how you are.
I didn't even ask him.
Yeah.
And but he's a strange fellow, but that's okay. We're not all.
Somebody was asking me, and while you were gone, I talked about my dentist experience. I forgot to mention, so root canal is 1,500 pesos. What is that, 26 bucks?
Yeah.
And a tooth extraction is also 1,500 pesos, okay? But this fellow's asking about implants, and I think it has to do with what kind of implant you want. There's too many choices in that as to what product you're using for the tooth and the bridge and everything else, and how many teeth. So I can't answer what that costs, but you certainly can get a price when you get here. Thailand's very good for medical too, by the way.
Getting more expensive there, though.
Is it for the medical?
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
Yeah, my friend.
I was shocked.
Yeah, it was. But again, that's another bump, and that's universal over there.
Well, you ask for service water in restaurants. Buddy Muggs is asking about drink bottled water in restaurants. I make sure it's sealed. You could always ask for a bottled water and get it that way. The problem you have in restaurants, which did come up the other day, was I asked for ice, and they brought me ice in the water. I said, "Is this from bottled water? Is it safe for me to drink?" They go, "Yeah." I says, "What about the ice?" "Oh no, we just use surface water. We use the water from the tap and we freeze it." I go, "You do understand that the ice still has bacteria in it. So when it dissolves, you're going to have bacteria in your bottled water. So bottled water is the safest way to go. Individual, break the seal, little bottle of water.
Yeah, you're fine. Just don't get ice.
Don't get ice, okay? Because they don't understand.
But there's places like San Rival and all that.
They know.
They don't.
And they freeze.
It's when you go to the little mom and pop places,
But I always get a little worried when you give me iced water. I have a friend in Cebu with pneumonia.
Pneumonia is common.
Yeah, very common.
Yeah.
A Z-Pack before I flew in. I never did get sick. Well, that's good.
That's a smart move.
I didn't know you could do it ahead of time. So, Charlie, it's a good idea. Where did it go with Charlie? I lost him. Oh, there it is. Okay. Water isn't good at Quest. At the Quest Hotel, the water. I wonder why water is maybe low pressure. I had to start buying mineral water. The distilled blue bottle water was affecting me. Extreme fatigue to assume due to lack of minerals. Well, I don't know. There are many Koreans in Panglao. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Panglao and Tagbilaran on Bohol is consumed by Koreans. It's very true. I was there, and I wasn't too thrilled. Hello, Chuck. How's Gina doing? Is Gina the one with the house? Yeah.
Yeah, I just gave her. Thank you very much for everybody. I just gave her 50,000 pesos.
Wow.
Day before yesterday.
Wonderful.
And she had gotten. She had spent 130,000 pesos.
But she had about 100,000 to go, or a little over.
The total that we received was 130,000.
Yeah.
She ran through all of that.
Right.
And wasn't done.
Right.
So I went back out.
But she had block walls instead of tin.
Yeah, but she wasn't completely done.
Yeah.
So she was about 75% done. And so we went back out, and once again, guys stepped up to the pump, and May gave it to her because I'd set it aside. 50,000 pesos. She sent me a message this morning. She said that she spent 35,000 on materials, and then the other 15 is going to go towards salaries. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts that she still doesn't get done. What she doesn't know is I always hold back on the funds, and I have $400 sitting in my PayPal right now as we speak. No, 500. I got 25,000 pesos that one gentleman sent me.
Okay.
And it's just sitting there. And so in a week,
waiting for
10
the
days,
inevitable.
I'm waiting for the call.
I don't know what to
I have
do.
no money. Well, go check your PayPal, sweetheart. And then I think we've got another 10 or 15,000 in our envelope in cash at the house.
Oh.
And
Pesos.
Yeah, of course. No, we got $15,000.
I'm going to be coming over to your house and visiting while you're gone.
And so I'm holding that back. And so when I give her the 25,000 pesos, hopefully that'll finish the whole thing.
That sounds like it should.
And then we're going to be able to go over and do the final video.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hand her whatever it is we've got. I think it's 10 to 15,000, maybe 14.
Maybe even
I'm
have a
gonna say,
celebration.
here you go, sweetheart. Why don't you buy yourself? I would recommend you buy new mattresses, maybe get some curtains, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But this is just your money.
Yeah, you
Just
do what
go
you want.
rock and roll, go take a vacation, buy some clothes, go out to dinner, do whatever you want to do. So that was a very, very satisfying situation, the way that she handled that.
Yeah. Here's some information if anybody's interested from Bay Area tenders about where to live, go in Cebu versus Quest. There's other choices here. I think he means Red Planet Hotel. I think that's what he means.
Yeah, Red Planet.
And also there was another one he mentioned in here. He says it's better because you don't have to cross the busy traffic. Let's see. How are you getting along with doing lives? Well, I don't know. How am I doing? Where's those likes? We got 167 people. Let's hit that like button. You stay with when you first arrive in Tuma. Oh boy, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, don't say it. There's a number of options. What I think, in my humble opinion, and this is by no means.
Is it start with a G?
Jesus Christ, we had this conversation.
You
weren't going to interrupt me. Okay, you were going to let me complete a goddamn sentence.
Okay, I just wanted to catch it. I think you're going to say
go.
go.
Just sit there. Okay. Go ahead and tell them.
No, I'm about to say it.
I'm not going to say it now. I'm not going to say it.
Go ahead.
Go Hotel.
No reason. Yeah.
It's right there at Robinson's Mall.
Yeah.
It's small. It's minute.
Yeah.
It's like it's living in a little box.
Yeah.
But when a guy
mall.
first gets to the Philippines,
Yeah.
what a guy needs is a shower,
Right.
a good meal, 18 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
air conditioning,
Right.
and cheap.
Yeah.
And so for less than $20, you can spend a night at the Go Hotel. I think what was his name? The Orville stayed there for $300 a month. He negotiated that, and I say, you know what? You're right there at Robinson's, which has got a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and there's a McDonald's across the street. And as far as your food options, they're not limitless, but there's a ton.
Lots.
You know, you want Japanese, you want Dunkin' Donuts, you want ribs, you want Sans Rival,
right?
You want fast food. It's up the yin yang. If you forgot something, you can run in and buy it. Back and forth. Exactly. Anything and everything.
Luggage, whatever.
And it's just such a soft landing because you get through those first 72 hours. You get a good night's sleep. You get reorganized. The ladies at the front desk are helpful. You can walk to the mall.
Right.
You don't have to try to figure out trikes and bikes and this and that. And then once you're settled in, if your budget will allow it, you can upgrade.
Right.
You know,
have a realtor show you
like,
around.
I like Rovira Suites, for example. That's where JR stays every time he comes to town. If you're a baller, go stay at the Henry. You know, but still, there's all points in between. And
there's
Essentia seems to be the most popular hotel in town for guys that want to stay for 2, 3, 4 months in a hotel for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's really got a great location.
Mm-hmm. You can
I'm
walk
not
to
wild
everything.
about the restaurant, but that's neither here nor there because you can go outside and 10 minutes later you're on the boulevard or whatever it is. And so the Hotel Essentia seems to be really the most popular.
Yeah.
And I've never been in one of the rooms, but I've been in the hotel,
have. Very
obviously.
nice. It's a little bit bigger than the Go.
Yeah. But I think the Go is when you get off that bus, if that's the way you come in off the bus like I did, you can just tell the trike driver, go hotel, and go. If you fly in, well, you're going to be paying more money, but it is what it is. You know, it's one of those first-time expenses. It may cost you 500 pesos to get there from a trike.
Right. And there's trikes sitting outside of Go.
But I'm just saying from the airport.
Oh.
Now, they also have
shuttle service.
They have
possibly.
What's the app? Grab.
Yeah.
Grab trikes they have.
Yes, they do.
And so you could be at the airport, call a Grab trike, say you want to go to the Go Hotel, and they'll take you. But the guys at the airport, they really stiff you.
Yes, they do.
Especially when you're fresh off the boat. They know you're new. And I always pay them full tilt if I didn't take my... Now I take my car and park it there, so I don't need it.
Right.
Or I take my bike. But there was an occasion where I couldn't take my bike because it was raining, and I didn't have a car. So I got a ride to the airport. And then when I got home, I think it was from Vietnam, I said, how much to get to here? And the guy gave me some outrageous number, and I said, far out. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I just want to go. And I don't want to argue over $3.
So the guards don't let trikes. They'll let them drop you off. They won't let them pick up unless they have an airport pass and are approved to pick up at the airport.
I didn't know that.
And there's...
I wonder if that's...
I don't want to say what it is, but I'm sure there's somebody profiting from this.
What else are they doing?
So the trikes can't go. If you call a Grab, okay, for an airport ride, you're going to have to walk your luggage off the airport property, just so that you know.
Okay.
All right?
What
And hotel
have you
census, yeah.
seen that new food, huge place similar to the park in Valencia? Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, buddy, and I have not personally been there. May has been grinding on me to go, and for some reason, we just haven't had the time. For being retired, we are awful busy, and so that's a good point. I'd like to go there, but it's local food.
I haven't.
So May would love it, and it is growing out here, man. They got the park in Valencia, now they got this thing in Bacong.
Bacong and Darwin's really grown large.
Darwin, which is where we bought the property, and I'm not saying this because I bought property out there, but I think it's eventually going to turn into the new Valencia. Because we were out there yesterday, and we found a great cheeseburger. We found there's a pickleball court out there now. There's a couple of coffee shops springing up. and it's starting to get to the point that you don't even have to go into Dumaguete.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have to go in once a week, well, that's what I do now.
Right.
And we go do our shopping and get that
Right.
knocked out. If I could do the same thing from Dowan, I'm even happier because the highway out there is beautiful.
It's double lanes.
The roads are much, much better.
It's less traffic. There's
No
and there's 4
potholes.
lanes, 2 each way.
They got a stoplight coming out, being put up. Where the what's it called? I forgot the name of it. Anyway,
As far as immigration goes, Vince, you can be a tourist for long term. They'll ask you after 1 year, why are you still a tourist and why you haven't had an SRRV or something like that, and just tell them that I'm still touring. I'm still looking. I'm still trying to decide if I want to stay here or not. They can't have. There's no rebuttal to that.
no,
Okay.
I'm still exploring your beautiful country.
Yes.
And then they go, oh, okay. Then now, if
I
you
put in
give them
there-
some sort of lippy answer, like, hey, I'm entitled to 3 years, then they're going to explain to you that, no, you aren't, because I'm making the decision that I don't like you.
I one
Yeah.
time asked the head of the office here is Peter, and I insisted I wanted a receipt for my buddy.
Oh,
Big
geez.
mistake. Big mistake. He has me back by passport and visa. And he says, I think, sir, you should go to Cebu. I says, oh, I'm so sorry. Backtrack, no, it's okay. I don't need a receipt. I just thought you guys would give a receipt if I had you too much money. Whatever.
The Budget Go hotels are owned by the somebody family who owns Robinson's and Cebu Pacific. They also own the first 5-star Filipino-owned hotel, the New Star, and Philly Hotel in Cebu. All right, so they're worth a few bucks. And Chuck W. says, "I love Hotel Essentia." That's what I hear from a lot of people.
Yeah. There
So
shouldn't
maybe
be any
instead
complaints.
of going to the Go, just go to the Essentia. That might be the softest
Yeah.
landing of them all.
I'm a new guy in town. I'm in my 50s, have hair on my head. Okay. Pretty good shape. Where do I meet a girl? Not online stuff. Mall. You can go to the mall. You just ask questions. You ask silly questions. That's what I did. It worked for me. I just asked silly questions. I went to the mall and I said, "Do you know where I can get a razor? Or do you know where I can get shaving cream? Do you know where I can get a shirt that would fit me?" And the really nice girls, okay, that are available, they'll take you into the stores and shop with you. And during that time, you get to have a little communication, and you find out whether she's compatible.
You're just
or
a
not.
friggin' lady killer. I'll
What's
tell
that?
you. You're a lady killer. I'll tell you.
Just ask for something simple. I need an umbrella, but I don't know where to get one because it's rainy season. It's just dumb things. And then when you're there,
I used to meet girls just by making friends with girls and not having anything romantic going on with them. And they got to know me, and they said,
Right.
you're a nice guy, and you're this, and you're that. And not all of them, but some of them saw me as that. And they would say, "There's somebody I'd like you to meet." And they'd bring their cousin over or something.
Also,
So
the
that's
ones
what
that are
happens.
working, they're like in the little kiosks or in the stores. They're good to know because they're girls that are making an effort to have a regular job, not looking to feed off somebody else.
Yeah.
They're-
It's hard for me to answer this guy's question. How does he meet a girl? I mean, I don't know. But I know what girls to avoid, and that would be the bar girls, and that would be the girls walking up and down the street, and the obvious ones. So, but just be a nice person and walk around, and
you just talk
like
to
you
people.
say, if you're in Hypermart or you're not necessarily there, but certain stores, not necessarily the mall either. What am I trying to think of? What's that place that drives me crazy because it's got so many stairs in it? There's all kinds of young
Lee's
ladies.
Plaza?
Nice. Yeah, Lee Plaza.
Wow.
Lee Plaza. There's all
That's good,
kinds
yeah.
of women working there.
Yeah.
And you just say, can you help me with this shirt? Or how does it look? Or, what's your
And
name?
they'll say to you after you talk to them a little bit, "What's your name?" And they'll say, "Where are you from?" And then they'll say, "Oh, are you do you have a girlfriend here? Or are you with?"
Well,
I have a
yes.
sister. I have a cousin. They
Right.
open up to you. They do.
Right, and a lot of them, if they don't interact with you, they're just not interested.
That's it. You move
And
on.
so you know not
Yeah.
to try to change your
Absolutely.
mind. You know, but if she's friendly to you, and if she ever asks you, are you single? Well, you're golden right there, because she's probably looking.
Yeah.
Or has somebody that she knows.
They start off where you're from and
Yeah.
how long you're going to be here for.
Yeah.
You never say I'm going to be here for a week or a month.
Mm.
I'm here to find somebody. If I can find somebody, I'll stay. It's an honest answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So that's. By the way, nobody ever asked, but I'm gonna be doing another video on my weight loss. I just weighed myself on the 6th week, which was Saturday, and I'm down a little over 26 pounds in 6 weeks on retatrutide, which I did a video before. So if you're not familiar with the peptide, you can look at that one. But I'll have an update video, and there's now 8 guys in Dumagetti from that video. At least another 4 went on retatrutide, and everybody's having very positive results that I've heard. I've never heard anything negative yet.
Who's had the biggest success? You?
I don't know, because 3 of the guys that are the biggest guys, and I can't say who they are. They like keep their.
I know who they are.
They're really big, okay, but they don't own scales because they're over 350 pounds.
Right.
And so I told them, just buy 2 scales and put a foot on each scale.
Well, they would know just by how their clothes fit.
They said that they're losing weight. They said that they're feeling better. They said the clothes are getting looser on them, but they don't know how much they've lost. Oh, look, I got Charles Vance gave me $20. Hopefully it's for the kids, because that's where it's going. Can't sleep, so tuned in. Use this money where it will do the most good.
In my pocket.
No. So, let's see. I got to do music.
Thanks, Charles.
Yeah, so,
That's my Goldfinger.
That's my Goldfinger.
That's my Goldfinger.
all right. Thank you very much. I really
I
appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it, Charles.
Yeah, and we'll give
You
you.
can just give me $15 because I know the exchange rate.
All right. Anyway, so on the retatrutide, as far as measuring weight, I'm the only person that is on a scale, because the other 2 or 3 people.
What do you weigh?
So I started off at 290, just a little over 290 pounds.
How high does the scale go to?
They usually go to, they're in kilos. I don't think they go to.
I mean, are you almost to the edge?
No.
So
I don't really know, because it does. It's
You said
electronic.
you're on a scale.
It's electronic. It's not.
It's
It's
electronic.
electronic. So I don't know what the limit
So
is.
you don't have the thing that.
No,
Okay.
I don't. It's not a spring scale. So I don't know, but I know the guys that weigh over 340. They said it cuts out. It just shows an error. So I think 340 pounds, whatever that is in kilos. But in any case, I'm down. Well, I don't know what I'm down to, because I'm weighing in kilos. But I've lost 12.5 kilos. So
Nice.
that's about 26
And
pounds.
what amount of time?
6 weeks. I know my clothes my clothes are falling off. My underwear falls off.
Are they really?
Yeah, my shoes are looser. It's weird. My shoes are looser. I may have to get a smaller size shoe. I used to get extra wide. I don't need that anymore. But anyway, everybody I've talked to seems to be happy about it. So here's a question for you.
Paul, what was the deal with JRC and the former workers? They put a warning about only present customers were getting information through email addresses they already had on file. Yeah, the girls, there were 3 employees. The biggest offender was here in Dumagetti, and it was a woman that had worked for him for 8 years. And he had sent her on trips, and he had given her bonuses, treated her like family, and he eventually caught up with her, and she was stealing the money, and then she was emailing the customers off the books, on her own phone, trying to stall them out, and it blew up in her face. So he spent all of his own money to make it right. The minute he found out that so-and-so had been clipped, he fixed it and apologized and fired the girls and put it out on social media.
All right.
And I asked him, are you going to pursue this? Because he asked me, Paul, should I pursue this? He asked me my opinion. He did a report, a blotter, with the police. And he goes, do you think I should sue them? And I said, for a paper victory, no. because these girls don't have that money.
And there's no way to
And
collect.
would you really
What are you
want to
gonna
spend your
attach?
time going to
Yeah.
court and hiring lawyers? And, it's for what? So he said he was going to take my advice.
Okay, so Andy asks if the level of communication is stronger with women who have a college degree and live in the city compared to women who has a college degree from the province.
I don't know.
I
I couldn't tell you
couldn't
who's
tell
got
you.
a college degree and who doesn't.
I don't think that really has anything to do with it so much. I'll tell you who has a better understanding of English.
Well, I know where
It's
he's
the
coming
ones that-
from, though, is that girls in the province have a college degree. I would imagine he's figuring that when they go back to the province, no one speaks English or at a very high level. And city girls would be exposed more to English. But I think that if they're going to college, they're probably staying in the city. It's not that they're going back home every day. If they're way out somewhere, they're staying here in a boarding
I do know
house.
girls that speak good English, and they're the girls that worked at a call center
Yeah.
answering phones.
Yeah.
They have to take English courses, and they have to be able to speak to people in English,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And the ones that move up and have seniority are the ones that have understand and can speak really good English, okay?
That's right.
So I noticed that anybody that worked in a call center, if they have call centers here, or Cebu or Manila, have an understanding of English much better.
Well, the girl that introduced May to me, her best friend, worked at a call center. She made $1,000 a month. She did real well.
Yeah, that's
And
quite
she
a bit.
quit.
Yeah, and
She went to Spain. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
she just had enough of it. Because those call centers are hellholes. It's all these credit card companies with people with complaints, and they scream and they yell and they cuss at you all day long. So, I like that. 50% for Paul, 50% for the kid.
All right.
Fork over $10, pal.
Oh wow. Okay.
Huh?
Plus
All right.
30%.
I got that in writing.
Electronic scales usually have a button to switch to pounds.
Boy, he changed the subject fast. Didn't he? He just moved right on to the next comment.
Yeah, they all have buttons to switch to pounds, but you live here long enough, you don't think pounds anymore. I'm sorry, everything's in kilos.
See you later, Paul Smith.
It's great to see you guys again. Always interesting. Thank you so much. And we got Flip.
Flip. Give us some
giving us
hands
the hands and waves.
Some more
Hi, Flip.
hands.
Anyway, so I'm really very happy I'm losing weight. Okay,
That's
now,
great.
The first month was faster than the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Okay, I lost 20 to 22 pounds in the first month. I've lost 4 to 6 pounds in the last 2 weeks, something like that. Okay, so it definitely worked faster in the first month, but you have to increase the injection.
Oh, do you?
You have to increase if you're on it long enough. You increase increments every month. So I did increase actually a week ago.
So was the result for you, did you lose interest in food?
Yeah, I mean I don't sweets don't seem to interest me. Salt, potato chips or potatoes, I don't miss it. Bread, I always had a
Do you get hungry?
sometimes.
Do you eat when you get hungry?
Yeah,
You should.
I do. I eat when I get hungry, but I've found that one meal a day is very easy to follow.
Yeah.
So I do 1 meal a day, low carb. I really don't like sweets, and I can deal without carbs. So I just have a protein once a day. It could be chicken or fish. I'm not a rice eater, never have been,
Right.
and I don't miss French fries. It's
Right.
really weird. Foods that
It's funny because what that stuff will do when it hits your brain
it does.
is you'll think of a food that you used to just love a week ago.
Right,
And all of a sudden it's like, that just doesn't sound good.
right.
It just doesn't sound good. And you think about eating and you go,
You don't have cravings.
I don't think so.
You
It's
don't-
the same thing that happens when you fast. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
When you fast for 24 hours or hopefully 48 hours, on day 3, you think you're going to be just starving. But actually your brain goes into a different thing. This is without any medication or peptides.
Right.
But on those fast, if you can gut
When
it
you
out,
fast,
the
yeah.
first day's the toughest. Second day is not so hard. And the third day, you actually are finding yourself going, I don't know, man. I feel good. I'm
Just
not that
need water.
hungry, and
Yeah.
if I just have a nice, strong cup of coffee,
You just
I'm
need to
good.
hydrate, and that's
You,
it.
you need to hydrate.
I
a
did
lot.
3 and 5 day fasts last year. Okay, the third day was the roughest for me.
Oh, really?
Third day, mentally, I was a struggle to get through to the fourth day.
Well, you shouldn't put yourself through that.
Smells were like, oh
Well,
my
then
God,
you should eat.
triggering.
But you should just
popcorn.
be cool about what you eat. You know, you should
Yeah.
have pure protein, and don't F it up by going out and having, a pizza.
Well,
you need to
that was a problem.
have a steak, have a burger without bread, whatever. Yeah.
The problem was cravings. I'll be
Yeah,
honest
yeah.
with when I fasted without the medication, cravings was
You
a
like
big problem.
peanuts?
I do.
Eat peanuts.
I eat almonds. They're lower.
Fine.
Almonds are better. Almonds
Fine.
and walnuts are better.
Almonds, peanuts.
But I don't have cravings for them anymore.
Yeah, but I'm
I
just
used
saying
to
at
buy-
night, when my good buddy, he's overweight, and I've watched him eat, and I've been out with him 1,000 times for lunch or breakfast or whatever, and he doesn't pile it on. And I go, how is it that you're, 50 pounds over, bro? He goes, snacks. He says, I get
Yeah, I don't
home
snack.
and I get bored, and I've watched all the news. I'm too tired too old to go out at night. He says, and I just eat potato chips.
Yep,
And
I don't snack.
And I'm always nibbling on something, and that's the thing with me too. That was where the bane of my weight gain was the snacks. I mean, the meals. If you go out and have a cheeseburger, granted you're going to have some bread, but that shouldn't blow you up. What do you got? You got meat patties, you got lettuce, you got tomatoes,
I
you got
take the
some
bread
cheese.
off. I do.
All that's very, very good for you. So let's say you did eat the bun. That's not what's killing you. What's killing you is when you get home and you have a Snickers bar and a Ben
bag
and
of
Jerry's,
Oh, yeah.
and some Doritos.
Yeah.
That's where you're brutalizing
They have Ben and
yourself
Jerry's
right
here
there.
too. Yeah, they do. I used to eat ice
I
cream.
saw Ben and Jerry's the other day
Yeah.
at Bellcrest. It was
Yeah.
like $9.
Oh, it's not cheap. But I used to buy ice cream all the time,
Yeah.
and I'd be the one that's eating it.
Yeah.
I haven't had ice cream, and I don't really miss it.
Right.
It's really weird.
Right.
It's weird because and portion size.
Yeah.
So I used to look at food and go, I know I could eat that. I might need more than that because I might have to have seconds. Okay.
Right.
Now, the portion comes and I look at it and I go, I could eat all that. That's no big deal. Halfway through it, I'm full.
You're full.
So I started bringing food home, and it would sit in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days because I didn't want that food. Okay. And it would go to the dogs.
Good.
So
At least it went to somebody.
went to somebody, but not to me.
Good.
And so
That's a good problem.
you have to start. Your mind starts rethinking.
Yeah.
And you look at a menu and go, I just want 5 pieces of chicken on a skewer.
Right.
It's actually an appetizer.
Right.
But that fills me up.
Right.
No,
That's a beautiful thing. I wish you well.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad-
working.
I'm looking forward to seeing you drop down to, what do you want to get to?
I need to get down to below 220.
And so how many total pounds do you need to lose?
Another, at least another 40 pounds.
So you've lost
I'd like to see another
25?
50.
You've lost 25.
I've lost 26 pounds.
26, and you need to lose another 40?
Another 40 to 50.
Okay.
It'd be nice to get down to 200.
I would figure by the end of the year.
I just want to get below 220. And my weight at high school was 180. I don't think I could get to that too easily. It would take a long time. But as long as I stay on it, it'll just
eventually
take a
get
very
there.
long time.
Just be patient.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But
Proud of you.
it's pretty good. All right, so what do we got here? They teach English in all the schools. It's up to the student as
That's
how well they
true.
want to learn it. Call centers and virtual assistants that work for Westerners, I'd imagine,
They
have
do.
the best.
They
Yes,
do, Dan. By all means.
That's very true.
Excellent English.
Brandon says,
Filipina P used to be a call center girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good paying job. It's an excellent
Like I
job.
said, my friend Abby made $1,000 a month.
That's
That's
1,000
huge
U.S.
out here.
dollars?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's huge.
Big. But
she was a manager in
great.
charge.
Huh?
She had to be a manager in
No,
charge.
but she was really good friends with the manager, and they would get, and that included some overtime.
Okay, so
But
she's doing overtime.
okay, so it wasn't just like a flat thing, but she was one of their top producers because her English was so good.
Yeah.
and the way that she handled the customers was so good.
Yeah,
But
get
they
very
treated
good.
her
You
right.
can get
I
very
mean,
good.
they gave her, they did
Because
her good.
Carolyn was also, and she said she'd get the angriest, rude
Oh, that's
customers.
brutal
And
job.
she goes, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Let's see if we could fix it. Let's see. you know, if I'm going to try and help you, regardless of what they say.
Right.
They call her names. They say they're shouting at her. She had to be calm because they'd listen in, and she'd get reprimanded if she wasn't, you know. And then she'll say, "Well, maybe I can get someone else to help you. If you're not happy with what I'm able to do, maybe there's another idea." And she'd transfer them to somebody else, but she'd do it politely. Okay. She'd never talk back. Filipinos don't talk back, by the way, ever. So they have a lot of patience. Brandon, I have increased my physical activity. I do a lot of walking at the mall. I will be doing weightlifting soon, probably stretching with bands. But yeah, exercise helps. Along with the drug you take, do you now eat anything white? No. No. Nothing white. And I don't miss it. No potatoes. No, nothing. Let's see. Goldfinger, I like the videos of you talking about your past in those commercials. I used your ebook, and now I lost you. I used your ebook. Love being here in the Philippines. Well, welcome, Raymond. I'm glad it helped you. Skiptail says, not eat anything white.
He's right.
Bread, rice, carbs.
He's
I don't eat
exactly
anything
right.
white. I didn't think about the color, but
Yeah,
but
think
it's
about
true.
it.
I don't eat anything white.
That's a very good statement.
I had to think about it. Do you dye and perm your hair? I do dye it. I do not perm it. I have natural curly hair. G.I. Joe. I do dye it. I do get it colored about every second or third month.
You think I
including
should
beard.
dye my hair?
It's going to be strange right away. So
Well,
what I would suggest,
okay.
Just a suggestion,
Yeah.
is that you go with a very light brown and do highlights.
I was thinking salt and pepper.
Well,
I don't know if they can pull it off out here.
They do highlights, and it takes off. It makes you look not like a young
No.
20-year-old.
The last thing I want to do is brown or black or anything drastic.
Very light.
So like
brown.
me, a light silver instead of white.
Yeah,
I think
you
would be
have a lot of hair.
I got a ton of hair.
Yeah,
you know,
plenty of hair.
and
Which is
for
unusual.
my age,
It's
for my
unusual
age,
for
I have
our
a ton of
age.
hair. I got half as much as I
This
used
is
to.
all my natural hair,
But,
and it is naturally curly, but it would be gray, pretty much gray, if I didn't color it, and it did not like the gray. You can see some gray coming in my beard, so I'm going to trim this next week, and then I'm going to color my beard as well. But I don't leave the color on full time. I put it on, and then I
So what are
quick
the
wash it
folks
off.
outside? You think I should color my hair like a
Yeah.
light silver? Let's get their feedback.
Yeah, let's get their feedback. All right, I'm going to move this up a little bit. I just completed a 5-day fast. Oh, dang, I just did that. Only lasted one day. I tried fasting once, it only lasted one day. I missed one. I totally believe they should teach a working trade instead of schooling. Mentoring is the way to go to teach the Nephorite.
Yeah, Dan's absolutely right here about this. One thing I need to start doing is lifting some weights, and you should too.
I'm going to start doing
because
resistance.
he's talking about the weight you lose could be muscle mass and
It's
not fat.
But it's
And you
definitely
don't
not
want
because
that.
I am walking a ton now. I need to start doing
But
upper
lifting
body.
weights will build up the muscles a little bit.
I need upper body.
And you don't have
strength.
to do a full blown work. You know, I'm terrified to lift weights because of my back. I'm scared to death that if I torque my back, and I've had back issues all my life,
Right.
I'm screwed. So I'm going to have to figure out a way, probably at home. I'll just not go to a gym. I'll just do some lifting of, something.
Right.
I don't know. And
You can do it at home. You can buy some weights, light weights. and do
easy,
it.
yeah.
I use bands.
You just do this,
I
a
use,
few times.
I use stretch bands.
And
they're like weightlifting.
That's a good idea. Go like this.
You can
with a hand.
do everything with
do
a stretch
5
band.
pounds. I don't
Yeah.
even have to just move. Just get something going. I don't need to be.
Mark in
muscle
Alaska
bound.
is asking if anybody offers horseback rides, either to the waterfalls, beaches, mountains. Not that I know of. You know if anybody does horseback rides?
No, but I do know up at Casa Rural Falls where Gina lives.
Okay.
They have guides that will take you to Casa Rural Falls.
All right.
But it's not by horseback. I've never seen a horseback thing. That's a good idea, but I don't think it's logical out here.
Make sure Dan says make sure you lift
Yeah, that's the one I
light
jumped
weights
on.
like you were referring to. Prioritize proteins, which I do. Some of the weight can be muscle, and you can.
Dan's pretty smart. Fun fact: peanuts aren't nuts; they're legumes. Legumes.
They're
That's
not-
interesting.
peanuts are not nuts.
What's
I
the
didn't know
difference?
that. I didn't
What's
know
a legume? I'm going to look that up later.
A legume is a bean.
Is it?
Yeah, it's beans.
I didn't know that.
That's what I didn't know a peanut was a bean, but they have carbs.
How come they don't call them legumes?
I don't know. 'Cause they look like a peanut. I don't know. But I don't eat beans because beans have carbs. So I don't eat legumes. Okay. Happy for your losing weight on the shots, says Steve Dice. It worked for me. I was on Zepbound last year. The weight does creep back when you stop. So I try to keep going to the gym regularly.
That's the thing. I imagine once you stop taking the shot, you start getting hungry again. And then you start, bouncing.
You take less. You reduce the shot or the amount, but I don't
To maintain.
Yeah.
So
to
instead of doing
maintain.
2, you do 1.
Yeah.
And maybe less frequently or something like
Right,
that.
and you
Yeah.
should exercise. But
Yeah,
you'll have the
exercise.
energy to exercise once you lose the weight.
Right.
And you'll feel more energetic.
Right.
Because fat supports laziness, to be honest with you, okay?
Sure.
You're fat and lazy, okay? But when you're healthy and light, you enjoy going upstairs, okay? You don't mind going upstairs, walking upstairs, okay? You don't need an escalator. When you're fat, you look for the escalator. You don't.
Right.
You look at the stairs and you go,
Right.
is there anything downstairs? So, yeah. Sorry, guys. Have you noticed if some of the restaurants in New Midi offer any discounts for seniors with an ACR card? Yes. The law here is technically you can get a citizen senior card if you're a citizen.
Yep.
Okay, and that provides discounts. However, many of the restaurants and stores, if you show them a Philippine driver's license and ask for a discount, they will honor it without asking for the specific senior discount card, which is issued. Many restaurants do that. I don't
never
always do
done
that.
The only time I play the senior card is the priority lines.
All right.
And they've actually tell me, sir, you need to go over here, to the priority line.
And they do always have priority lines.
Yeah, and so I like
for
that.
seniors,
And
pregnant
May
women, or
loves it,
wheelchairs.
because she goes, hey.
And you can go in front of the line.
Uh-huh.
But I don't do that. I never like going in the front of the line. I feel like I'm interrupting.
I wouldn't go to the front of the line, but I would fall into the line.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't go to the front of the line, but I do know
I'm gonna
somebody that goes to the
barge
front
my
of the
way
line.
up front.
I know some guys that go to the front of the line because they're seniors. I don't like doing it. I know some guys that always ask for a discount. I don't always do that, but here's what I do. When I get the discount, I give that discount to them as a tip.
Oh, there you go.
It's found money. Give it to the person that's helping you.
Sure.
That's what I do. And I say, where's your tip jar? I'm giving you the tip, the difference.
Anyone seen Sebastian around town recently? He said he was recovering from a bad case of dengue.
Dengue.
I have not seen Sebastian.
No, I haven't.
I just mentioned him day before yesterday. We were driving the car and we looked through some of his usual hangouts. And she goes, hey, where's Blondie? I go, I don't know. I wonder what happened to him. Maybe he went back to Australia.
I
maybe
haven't
this,
seen
maybe that.
Sebastian in a
But now
long
I know
time.
he had dengue.
Okay.
God bless him. I hope he feels better.
Philippines uses a lot of sugar, Raymond. It
Sure
is
do.
true. I have no problem in eating things that do not have sugar. However, it's going to be in their sauces, and I don't use sauces anymore. When they have the barbecue ribs, I ask them for the ribs without the barbecue sauce. Okay? I don't eat bread. There's sugar in bread. I don't eat bread, so I don't eat sweets. So it's not a problem for me. If you're a vegetarian, it's certainly not a problem. But anyway, color blue like all the blue grannies. What does that mean? Color what blue? Oh, my hair?
Oh, Vince says to leave it white. Okay.
Leave it white, Paul. Looks like.
I'll bet Baby
Fine
May
the way it
doesn't
is.
care. If not, no worries. No, Baby May doesn't care.
Yeah,
In
she
fact,
doesn't
she
care.
wants me to cut my hair real short. I don't know. Paul, you can use resistant bands. It's safe.
It
Good
is.
idea.
It is
Thank you.
safer.
And yoga. Yeah.
Yoga's very good.
That's the kind of stuff I need to start doing. It's so hard with the freaking dogs, though. Because May tried to do yoga, and the dogs, they were part of the routine. Hey, we got 5 minutes.
Try using water-resistant dumbbells in the pool.
If
Well,
I
if you
had
have
a
a
pool,
pool.
I would.
Yeah, I don't have a pool. Not that many pools here, believe it or not. Do either you or I plan on fathering kids in the Philippines?
I do not.
I do not. I've gone through the children. I don't particularly have patience for babies. I'm too old to play with Carolyn has a 6-year-old. I'll play with him a little bit, but not physically active sports.
Yeah.
I'll buy him a skateboard, I'll buy him a bike, but can I run alongside of him? No. I'm too fat for that, to be perfectly honest. Now, maybe if I lose weight, I'll be more active with him. Do I want to father another child? No. The way I get around it is I help and I'm involved with many children.
Yeah.
So I take care of a whole school, and then I come and visit them, and they all remember me,
Yeah.
okay? And they're all my kids. They're all wonderful.
There's some dudes that come in here, man. They just embrace it.
Yeah.
You know, they take on 2 or 3 kids, and maybe they were never a father, or they just really love kids, and they enjoy the Danny DuBois,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
He embraces it.
Yes, he does.
You know, and he loves it. He takes the kids to school. He picks them up.
Yes.
He
And he's
helps
very
them
good
with
with the
their
kids.
homework. He's great with them.
Yeah.
And I say, that's the guy that needs to marry the single mom with some kids, which is
Right.
what he's doing, or living with her. And then there's guys like me. I
don't want
I
little
don't want to
children.
have some toddler racing around. You know, they take your whole day. They own you. And
I've been through that.
I'm too
Done that,
selfish.
done that, and,
I've been there, done that too.
I'm done
3
with that.
times. It's like, enough. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the old joke, they grow up so slow.
I love giving kids. I love giving kids at Christmas time. I give them from donations and my own donations. I go to the mall and I buy kids gifts. Last year, you know how Robinson's has that little center area and they have a whole bunch of toys, especially
Yeah.
at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Well, I went there with donated money, 50,000 pesos, and I said I had kids line up. I told the parents, I'm buying kids gifts. If you line up, there's a limit of 1,000 pesos per gift. Okay, and we were able to get about 75 to 100 gifts. They didn't pick out the most expensive. They're not greedy like that. They don't look for the most expensive item.
yeah.
They look for something that the kid
Well,
likes.
that's what that orphanage did that
Yeah,
we worked with.
Paul and I went to the orphanage and we bought. We helped them celebrate birthdays. Brought them food. That was really good. Hope Village, I believe it was called.
Yeah, Hope Village.
Yeah, and that was sweet. And they always need help too. Might do that again. I'll get in touch with that with the guy.
Christine.
Yeah, the lady that
Yeah,
represented.
get a hold of her.
We drove the van over there. Yeah. Let's see.
Why doesn't Sebastian drink at Game On anymore? Completely different crowd there now.
Well, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know why
Yeah.
Sebastian does or doesn't do anything. I'm not that close to him.
And I don't go to Game On, so I don't know.
But
'cause I don't
Game
go to
On's
bars.
got kind of a. I agree. I'm not that comfortable with the crowd at Game On.
Yeah, it's all about cute, sexy girls, tips, and drinking. I'm just not
it's
into
just
it.
the guys.
Yeah.
The cute girls are fine with me, but I don't know.
And well, Joe and Wade. Well, I use the senior parking too, but unfortunately, Robinson's just changed their senior parking for motorbikes.
Oh, I didn't know they had senior parking.
They had senior parking for scooters.
You think I'd know
They
that?
moved it and they made it about a third the size, and now it fills up. It's always full. You have no place to park your bike anymore in senior parking. They just didn't do it right.
Well, I never used it anyway. Yeah, discounts are for yes. You're right. It's for
You're
senior
right.
citizens, not senior foreigners. You're right, Chuck. But the some of the coffee shops or restaurants will just offer it because they want you to come back. It's more of a promotion thing. But I've never been offered it, and I've never asked for it.
No.
I got to be honest with you. This guy was in town. Oh, what was his name? Anyway, he was really big on getting a discount at Tom and Tom's. He goes, you got to do it. So just to shut him up, I said, fine. And I gave the guy my driver's license. And this poor kid had to stop,
All kinds of
do
paperwork.
another receipt,
Have you
write
signed
it in
something?
a book. I had to sign, and I saved, I don't know, not enough. And like you, I just gave it to him.
I gave it to the
And I
gave it to
said,
the waiters.
God, I feel so bad for this kid. And I feel like such a mooch, for, what is I getting 30 cents? Something stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, this.
Yeah, but I take it.
You
The
just
business
keep getting your
offers
little
it,
discounts because you're so excited about it.
but the
me,
business
I'll pay
business
retail.
offers it, and then the person gets more pay, so I'm able to give it to them.
Yeah.
So they get a better salary.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Raymond says, "Keep it white,
Okay.
your hair." He also spoke about a little bit earlier about how a guard took him to same person, Raymond, took him to the front of the line because he was a senior. He said he was really impressed. Well, I've seen people in line, and I'm in the back of the line, and they asked me to come ahead of them. It's very different.
I would imagine it would also play into their heads what kind of shape the person is in. If they're leaning on a crutch, or if they look exhausted or they look tired, maybe they're gentle people.
They do let you go. They will. They see you. They see you with a cane. They see you.
You're struggling, and it's hard, and you look tired, and you're having a hard time breathing. They'll get you in and out. Yeah. It's a humane thing to do. White, black,
so Bill says
Filipino, doesn't matter.
Is that Einstein by your feet? Or is that you? That's you. What is scarapum? What is that he called it? What is this? Sarcopenia? In older people's worst enemy?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either. I'm going to have to look that up. Sarcopenia. I'll have to look that up. Paul and Goldfinger are open to a bar in Duma. No,
we're going to open a bikini car wash.
Yeah, all right. we don't drink. I don't go out at night. I don't want a bar.
I had the funniest thing.
What's that?
It was back in the day. I made a video with May and 3 of her friends in bikinis, and I had bought this car, and we did a bikini car wash video.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got a zillion views. It was really funny. It was really cute, and the girls were gorgeous,
Right.
And they were all just running around, and it was really a funny video. And so May's been doing all this Facebook stuff, and so she took a little clip out of it, and she goes, "Come visit Paul's Bikini Car Wash," and she took a clip and put it up there. She goes, "I spoofed everybody." This dude writes me, and he goes, "Hey, where's that car wash?"
Where's that car wash?
I had to let him know it's just my wife spoofing you, pal.
Let's see. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
Andrew says, agree, 2023. I went to the Game On, which is a bar on the boulevard. It's not for me, he says. I got stared down as I ride past now, and I notice regulars avoid there.
Yeah, there's just a certain crowd that goes there, and they are not the kind of guys you dream about hanging out with.
It's not my thing.
The leather jacket crowd.
Hey is very good. I've been there. It is open. It's still open.
Only at night, so I'm not. I haven't been there in years either.
They're pretty good. I was there not too long ago. I'm not a senior, but I am a person with disability. That's Raymond. Okay, here we go. So I don't know how to say it exactly, guys. Sarcopenia is age-related muscle loss, but it can happen faster with sudden weight loss and harder to gain back the muscle, not the fat, the older you are. Okay.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's important that I started doing that.
Paul and Goldfinger are wearing bikinis. No, I don't think you want to see that. We'll scare everybody away. We'll starve to death. Tom's away. TRT will help with muscle loss as you age. I assume TRT, I'm not sure what that stands for. Is that testosterone, or is it a testosterone, or is it
testosterone
a peptide?
Testosterone replacement therapy.
Yeah, TRT, that's what it is.
I saw him at Hillside also, but I haven't seen him lately because I drive by there, and we poke our nose inside as we're driving by.
Appalong Brewery in Valencia is excellent.
And good nachos.
Yeah. Goldfinger, you lose muscle after 60 years old. That's what that is. Look it up. Okay, yeah, I'll look it up. But you just do stretch bands. You'll be doing chair exercises, stretch bands, and yoga. Yoga's excellent.
Yeah. Just stretching, just moving. For
everyone, please hit the like button. Thank you so much, Brandon.
They're free today.
You get a applause for that. I don't know which my button is. Applause. I'm sorry, but thank you. Why can't
we're on overtime, by the way?
What was there a limit?
I told my wife. Yeah, you said 10 to 12, and I told my wife 12.
Yeah, why can't you enjoy broccoli? Okay, well, we're going to wind it up, guys. Any last questions? Because we're going to wind it up for the day. Thank you for the 104 likes. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the $10.
Yeah, Paul is needing that $10. I'll buy you lunch if you want to guys when we meet out. We go to Payapi again. Go home and because I'm not ready to eat yet. Why don't you go home and I'll meet you over at Payapi. I got to go pick up my visa that I left, and I got to pick that up.
Dan Lund, once again, my brother. Right there. Make sure Paul gets his cut.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not leaving without it, Dan. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, well, let's see. Did my wife make you coffee?
Yes, she did.
There's a fee for that.
Yes,
So, Paul is a legend.
Okay.
Paul is the real legend. All right, well, I'm going to pin it and then take mine down, and we'll make Paul as the real legend.
Okay, you can keep the $10.
Where's pin? It says I can hide user, but
Yeah,
where's pin? Where what
You're hitting
happened?
the wrong note. You're hitting something wrong.
I hit this. Can't you
Okay.
pin it?
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Take care, boys. Okay.
All
See
right,
ya, Andrew.
guys. We're going to wind it.
It was fun as always, fellas.
We're going to be ending the stream. You guys take care, and hopefully we'll see you in. I'll see you. I'll try to do something next Wednesday, with or without Paul. He wants to come like every other week. Later, Kyle. And Raymond says it's important to do some resistant exercise.
Coffee is $11 at Goldfingers.
Overtime. Yeah.
I love this Chuck guy.
I have to pay him
I'll tell you.
overtime now. See,
I got two guys that I just love here.
Eastern.
What
Dreamer.
happened to Eastern Dreamer? He's back in America. He's making videos again.
Oh, I don't know who that is. You guys are the best. Thanks, Bill.
All right, buddies.
Bye, bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Love you long time.